Folks, I am a RV tech and I went undercover to dealerships to review RVs and tell you which ones are quality and which ones you should avoid. I'm excited about the review today. This is a very popular RV and I've got some very probably not popular things to say about it. Today we're looking at a 2023 model Keystone Montana. This is the 3941FO model. Even if you're not shopping for a Montana, you'll probably want to watch this video because we're going to be talking about Keystone frames. So buckle up. If you're new to my channel, I have a free RV shopping course you can sign up for. And if you upgrade to the paid version, you'll get my RV shopping app, which you'll be seeing me use to grade today's RV. The first question is going to be about the type of water heater. I was happy to see that this has a Suburban brand tank type water heater, which is very reliable, 10 out of 10. Next, we look at the roof material. This RV has a TPO or thermoplastic roof membrane, which I give a 10 out of 10. Be advised though, when you're looking at RVs, you always need to have them inspected for bubbles in the roof, especially on fifth wheels. The way it curves up at the front tends to create bubbles that will just rip the whole roof off if it's not applied correctly at the factory. Someone who took my RV shopping course sent me a wonderful email thanking me for the course because he had had his new RV he bought inspected and the inspection had turned up bubbles in the roof membrane and he was having to get the roof replaced under warranty before even taking possession of the RV. Because he did this, he saved himself a massive headache and a ruined vacation. There's nothing like a memorable vacation of water dripping on your head because your roof ripped off. Roof bubbles are one of the things that I cover in my Don't Buy a Lemon guide, which you can get for free. Details are in the description of the video. So the next question is about the type of refrigerator in this RV. And this Montana has a residential GE brand refrigerator, which I consider to be top quality. I give this a 10 out of 10. Next question is about the type of air conditioner. Now, this Montana has Coleman air conditioners, and I really like the 12 by 12 inch filters on the inside. This has the highest MERV rating, so it's going to keep your air cleaner. I take a few points off on Coleman because in my experience, I've had to replace many Coleman air conditioners that simply lost their refrigerant in the like 1 to 3 year mark. Next question in the app is going to be about the cabinet quality. The cabinets in this thing are really beautiful, like solid wood doors, and it appears to be solid wood face frames on the cabinets too. That's pretty rare. Most manufacturers use a material called lumber core that has a vinyl wrap on it that looks very much like stained wood, but isn't. This one seems to have the highest quality of cabinets that I've seen in RVs. 10 out of 10 points for the cabinets. Next question is about the countertops, and this is just what kills me. Like in the kitchen, you've got amazing solid surface counters that are beautiful, they're durable, they're gonna last a long time. But in the bathroom, instead of putting solid surface, they put thermofoil in, which is like a very low quality. I'm like, okay, if we're trying to save weight, like the itty bitty bathroom countertop isn't the place to save weight, folks. Like just put solid surface in there. It's not going to cost that much more because it's such a small piece. It's going to be much better quality and you're not going to lose points in my grading system for it. Just saying. Let's talk about the frame. The first thing that's dumb about this, and this is a question in my app, is if the outriggers have little spacers on top of it, these little square tube spacers that are stupid because over time they twist and they don't support the floor under the slide out anymore. And I can already see these starting to twist. Miles and miles down the road, it's going to have a gap at the top and just the floor is going to be free hanging. Like this is a stupid RV design. This is the kind of thing that you can have a welder fix for you for pretty cheap. Put a bar across all the outriggers there. You'll get the same space and it won't twist and fall over. Unfortunately, this is not the worst issue that a Montana frame can have. One of the things I teach about frame issues is that this isn't really something you can see just inspecting the RV, especially on fifth wheels. Like you cannot see how the frame is constructed up around the kingpin or by the fifth wheel hitch. This is an area where you really have to go do your research. When I went and did a little bit of research for this video, the internet is just littered with stories of people who have had frame problems with their Montana, either frame flex or frame cracking around the wheels. Because this model is a newer design, I couldn't find any information about this specific year, make, and model and frame issues. Frame design can change from year to year, from model to model. But what you should do is go get on forums preemptively and find people who own that same RV and ask if they are experiencing any frame flex or frame cracking around the wheels. I'm going to give this RV frame a 6 out of 10 because of the outrigger spacers, but with a huge like warning clause about Keystone Montana frames in general, and the admonition that you need to go do more particular research about this RV if you want to buy it. Folks, issues like whether or not the frame has weird spacers on the outriggers that tend to fail over time, or whether they're skimping on the countertop in the bathroom, these are not things that your salesman is going to want to discuss with you. Your salesman will want you to believe that all RVs are equal and it's just a matter of what floor plan and features you want. If you're going to spend this kind of money on an RV, you really have to do your due diligence in shopping and not just rely on a salesman. If you haven't checked it out already, this is why I made my RV shopping course, to give you knowledge to be able to make an informed decision when purchasing an RV and to avoid lemons. So if you found today's review to be helpful, say thanks to Roundy in the comments. It's customers like him that are the reason why I'm able to stay independent in my reviews and not be doing sponsorships or taking money from RV dealers. As Roundy said, one of the main benefits of my RV database is that you can go in and compare how the different systems score on RVs, which is one of the reasons RV manufacturers hate my guts. You can literally just sort by A grade. The next question in my app is about RV slide outs. And oh boy. If you haven't seen one of my very first videos about the BAL AccuSlide system and how I hate it with the fury of 1,000 suns, these things require a stupid amount of maintenance to make sure the cables stay tight. If the cables get loose, they can catch on each other when you're operating the slide in or out, and it can literally rip pulleys off the wall. In some situations, I've seen it literally bend the frame inside the wall of the RV, like buckle the wall out. This can total your camper. Like, that's why I say avoid AccuSlide at all costs. The interesting thing is that BAL has created an alternative called the Exact Slide, and it is like maddening to go look at these RVs like this Montana and to see that they have both Exact Slide up at the front and they have BAL AccuSlide in the back of the RV. One of the reasons that they're doing this is that if they want to put a drop floor design in, where the floor of the slide out comes out and then it drops down to be the same level as inside, the Exact Slide is not able to operate that type of drop floor, whereas the AccuSlide can. If there's ever a situation where I would not want to see an AccuSlide, it's on a drop floor, because that's going to put more stress on the cable system when it's trying to pick up the floor of the RV to get up and over that hump. I have to give this a 0 out of 10 rating on the slide systems. Next question in the app is on the plumbing in the RV. This is one of the redeeming qualities about Keystone, is that overall, all of the Keystone RVs I've looked at have had correct plumbing. So 10 out of 10 on the plumbing system for Keystone. Last question in my app is about the fit and finish on an RV. I give a 10 out of 10. Everything was put together very clean and tight. I did think it was weird that the treads going up the stairs are made out of thermofoil. I don't know how long it's going to last walking up and down it with shoes. So the final aggregate score for this Montana would be 79. But because it has the BAL AccuSlide system, I have to give it an F and say don't buy it. I'm really glad that it has good plumbing. I'm really glad to see the cabinet quality is overall really high. Loved the design and layout and the interior. It's a very beautiful RV. Unfortunately, I would recommend not buying this RV. And if you're sitting there thinking like, oh my gosh, does Jacob ever give a good grade to an RV? The answer is yes, just not this one. If you're shopping for fifth wheels, click here for a list of all the fifth wheels I've reviewed, or click here for a list of all my reviews for RVs in general. If you want to watch a video explaining why I abhor AccuSlide slide system so much, click here.